Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a special Halloween edition
What's
of
up,
Facebook
guys?
Live. I know we're a few weeks away, but this is the last time Shane and I will be talking to you until then. Or wait a minute,
Hey,
are you Shane today?
I'm Link,
He's
actually.
Link, and I'm still Chris, but also the dude from the Brawny Paper Towels. It's a lazy costume. It's subtle, but if you come here on Halloween, you'll see me in a much more elaborate costume. I promise that. You will also see us running some sort of special. We like to do a Halloween sale every year. We haven't worked
What's
out
up,
the
Donnie?
details yet specifically. Oh, hi, Donnie. But when we do that, it'll be on social. It'll be on the website. Stay tuned. Find out about our Halloween sale. Other exciting stuff coming up this week, though, man. Tell us about what's coming up on Wednesday.
Got Saucony coming out for another group run.
Yes.
Obviously on Wednesday the 17th.
Our man Tyrone.
Yeah, they're kind of bringing out one of their newest shoes, one that we're really excited about. It's a solid update for their line. It's called the Triumph. It's going to be available for you guys to try on, and run with during the run.
Triumph ISO 2, I think, if we want to be
Absolutely,
specific.
yeah. But high cushion shoe, very soft, very plush. It's great. But that's not the only thing that's going on during the run, Chris.
It's not. You will be able to demo these shoes during the run, which is awesome, always. And then there's one other exciting point on the Triumphs we'll get to at the end. But if you run or midweek run, weekly group run, every week, it's usually about 3.3 miles, 1 mile in. We're at the Manila Museum. So in that Manila Park right there, we're going to have a little circuit training session. So Seth Funderburg from Black Matter Training, actually, who's the guy I work out with. I trust him totally. Great guy. He's going to do a little 10-minute or so session for us. So we're going to wait until everybody gets there. And so if you get there earlier on, if you want to keep running around, whatever, once the whole group's there, do about 10 minutes and then run the rest of the route. So just to jazz it up a little bit, that was Saucony's idea to kind of bring somebody in. And we're excited to be able to partner with Seth on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Saucony's bringing some prizes as well, man. Absolutely. Some fun stuff.
We got a raffle going on. They got, like you said, some great prizes coming up. So if you want to kind of take part in that and try out a new shoe and get a little workout in besides running, it's a great day to come out.
For sure. It's a really running specific program that Seth's going to run to. It's circuit training, but it's targeted towards runners. And yeah, you could win a pair of Triumphs. Enter that raffle, some other fun little prizes.
That's a high-dollar shoe.
It is, man. That's one of the priciest on our wall, and that's a free pair of them. If you win that raffle, so come on out, enter it. And then, hey, if that group run gets you jazzed up, but you're thinking, I want something more structured than this. More. I want to really take my training to the next level. Where can we start?
The Zero to Fit tonight at Glen Ridge Middle School at the track. You can come out, try it out if you're not signed up for the program, but they're going out there tonight. Maria was up there this morning at 5 a.m.
5 a.m. We were so proud of her. You guys can't see our behind-the-camera talent here. Emily Palmer, who just graduated Zero to Fit, is filming us right now. Maria's taking our questions in the back, and so we're super proud of her for hitting Zero to Fit this morning. But that's for, if you're walking, you're starting to run, you want to complete that 5K distance.
Absolutely.
Bob and Amanda are our coaches. They are fantastic. They're going to help get you to that goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe when you get to that goal, you want to take that to the next level. So tell us about 5 and Dime.
So 5 and Dime is, you can do the 5K distance. That's not the issue. You're not worried about completing the race. You want to get a little bit more out of yourself. You want to get your time down, see those numbers start dropping.
Yep.
That's kind of what that 5 and Dime is for the 5Ks, the 10Ks. We got some great coaches out there,
We do, and that's, tiered by pace. So you got Wayne's, your first level. As you graduate up, that kind of in between is Dave Dickinson, who I've worked out with that group a bunch of times. Really good stuff. And then the fastest guys in town, they all run with Nate. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Good old Nate Dogg, Nathan Adams. He's our head buyer here at the store. He's also the coach of that fastest group in 5 and Dime. It has been for years.
Yeah.
I think most of the fast people in town just know Nate as coach.
Mm-hmm.
But, great way to get tuned up. And get tuned up maybe for a race like the UCF 5 miler.
Absolutely.
That's a good in-between 5K and 10K distance. It's a 2-mile option to it as well.
If you want to do both, you can do both. You can do the 5 and the 2. And if you do, you get a sweet medal.
One of the coolest I've ever seen.
And it goes well with my costume, honestly.
It goes perfectly. Look at that. It completes the Link persona.
You get a sword, you get a shield. You can put them together. There's magnets. You don't get much better than that when it comes to
So if you're
medals.
not feeling that distance there, or if you are feeling it, guess what? You got to sign up today because it's 90% full.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it does fill up, or if you're thinking you just want to do something a little more basic, a little more entry level, hit that 2 mile, and that's got a medal first time ever this year.
Currently, the registration's about 83% full. So, you know,
we were filling up on all of them. The 5 mile, if you just want to do that one, is at 85. So definitely try to get online, get signed up for that if you haven't already. But you've got the chance. If you do that distance dare, you run both races, you're going home with 3 pieces of bling.
That's a lot of bling. You know,
people are gonna, after this season, we're adding so many new medals. People will have to buy new medal racks because we're gonna be pulling hooks out of walls. Shane,
that's okay.
That's our goal here at Track Shack, is to overwhelm your medal rack.
And you know, you got all that bling, it's weighing you down, your muscles getting a little tight. You know, we offer something.
True. You got to stretch that out. A little in-store yoga.
We do twice a month. You know, Project 7. We have an instructor, Michaela. She's great.
Amazing. She's one of the best down there at Project 7, and she volunteers her time here. She's doing this for us on donation basis. If you come, please do throw a little tip in her jar because we're so lucky to have her do that twice a month.
Yeah,
but
every twice a month on Monday at 5:45 p.m.
Yep.
So keep an eye out for that. There is an RSVP for that, correct?
There is. Yeah. If you want to sign up for that, there's links on social. There's links on the website. Follow those steps and let us know that you're going to participate. On the event page itself is where you're going to find that link.
But next is very important, kind of have to mention it with this month. It's Pinktober.
For sure. And especially with our partnership with Florida Hospital.
Absolutely.
Who's really done a lot of stuff for us this month.
We have a great storefront. If you've been driving down Mills and you see us in the little window, Florida Hospital put together a great, you know, just graphic out in the front of our store. So, you know, come check that out while you're in the store. It's nice to see, I think.
They did. And they're having a special all month. If you need to go ahead and get yourself checked out, that's part of what they're promoting, that they're raising funds for in our window. And what they are offering for you is $30 mammograms through the month of October. Early detection, Shane, is the best protection.
It is.
And you can learn more about that at pinkout.com.
And we're still also doing donations in the store. You know, you can have you can buy the Pink Flamingo.
Pink Flamingo, yeah, and that's going to their breast cancer care fund. And then those you will see throughout the month in our little mural behind our cash wrap there, our point of sale area. They're covering the wall, so you fill that out.
Absolutely.
If you make a donation, we love seeing that wall get full every October.
For sure, yeah, absolutely. Now coming up in December, we got a pretty important race coming up.
We do. We've got our hometown half.
One of the bigger ones.
There's a handful of half marathons in Orlando. The bigger ones obviously being out there at Disney, which are near and dear to our heart as well. But this is our downtown Orlando, really showcasing the town. The OUC half marathon, and we should be at what week of our 13-week training right now?
Week 8 of your training program. If you're doing the 13 weeks to 13 miles, 13.1, I'm sorry. You should be on week 8. So, you know,
mileage
if you're not
sneaking up there, you're starting to feel a little better,
yeah,
grooving on those long runs.
Hey, running doesn't suck quite as much as I thought it did.
And you know, a race like OUC is nice because you start this cycle when it is like oppressively hot and humid, and it's slowly starting to turn for the better. And something super cool that we've had this year that's new as far as this 13-week program is tracking our good friend Jen and her journey through the half marathon. Jen Fluker is a super active board member with Girls on the Run, good friend of the stores. And so if you go to the OUC Facebook page, you can watch her progress going from having never really run more than 5K to working up to this half marathon.
And you can also watch it on our YouTube channel.
Yes. Yep.
They're posted up there every time she comes out with a video. But it's really cool to kind of see that process of going from someone that, you know, probably runs every now and then, but really kind of getting into a training program.
Yeah.
And accomplishing that goal. It's a nice thing to see.
For sure. Dialing in that discipline, kind of taking it to the next level. And for those of you just tuning in, I am Chris, a.k.a. the Brawny Paper Towel Guy for our Halloween edition today.
I'm Shane, a.k.a. Link.
He just becomes
the hero
Link
of
when he
time.
puts that on. It's unbelievable. I've never seen someone just embrace or
that's me.
Fit a costume better than Shane as Link. But, hey, if you're Jen or you're anybody else doing OUC and maybe you've never run more than 3 or 4 miles and all of a sudden 10, 11, 12 are on your training calendar, man, you might need to start fueling up in ways that you haven't before.
That's true.
And that's what we're talking about today. So our deep dive
is going to be on nutrition.
Yeah.
Specifically for those longer runs. Usually I would say probably over, if you're going to be running for longer than an hour, hour and a half, this is where a lot of this stuff starts to become important. Very important, I should say. It's always important. But, you know, if you're going for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and beyond that, you know, if you're not doing this stuff, you're really putting yourself at risk for some problems.
For sure. And I think you know, folks like myself and Shane, kind of old school cross country backgrounds, we're used to doing a lot of long runs where you just wake up and you drink a glass of water and you go out the door.
And then the coach yells at you for stopping to get water.
Yeah.
It's not, we're not going to yell at you for doing that.
No, or maybe you're catching
we actually encourage
a side stitch. We do. Hydrate or dihydrate.
Yep.
Where's Jake when you need him? But as you and I have, you know, kind of taken breaks from running, come back into it, or started to train for longer distances. Like I know you're going to do your first 50K, which is crazy. Yeah. I don't know why you're doing it, but I'm
skipping the marathon, going straight to 50K.
Straight. Like why not do an ultra first, right? Come out of the gates swinging. But even me, look, when I was like 17, cross country kid, a half marathon was my normal long run. It was no big deal. Now if I'm training for a half, you know, I'm feeling it, you know, an hour, 90 minutes into my long run. So for me, at the beginning of the run, and we're going to try to kind of tier this as we go through the nutrition, we're going to go sort of before, during, after. But beforehand, I'm a big fan of Generation UCAN. Okay, so this is the sample pack of it, which we do sell. Grab one of these, see if you're digging it. If you are, we've got it in a large tub available as well. Key ingredient in this is something they call super starch, essentially kind of a slow burning carbohydrate as opposed to the really sort of sugar dense ones you get in some of those gels, which work for a lot of people, but they can be kind of a gut punch, and then you can kind of have a big spike and then crash, and you take them consistently throughout. You can, depending on the amount of time you've been out there, you add more powder to your mix in the morning there. Take it maybe 45 minutes before you go run, but it's just kind of releasing slowly throughout your run, giving you that little bit of extra energy to burn.
Little underappreciated fact is just the name kind of makes you feel better.
It does. And honestly, they're people. I mean, anything that Meb uses, I know is probably, Meb's the man. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And I know, so say you're going for something a little more solid before that run. I know you really like these, but I've had a couple of them, in my before runs. Not quite so heavy, a little bit more of a sustenance kind of a thing. Get something on your stomach. If you are one of those people, you had lunch at 3:00, but your run's not until 6:37. You don't want to eat right before it, but you can't not have anything.
Definitely. Yeah, something light, something again that's not gonna like really sit there in your gut and feel like it's weighing you down. Yeah. Just give you a little bit of extra energy to burn.
Or even if you just wake up early,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, on those mornings, maybe you eat an early dinner the night before, or waking up and just feeling like you need something in your stomach before you get that run going.
Yeah, those honey stinger waffles are great.
Yeah, man. I think you've been using something new in the mornings for your longer stuff.
Yeah. So this is transitioning kind of from before to during, but you can really kind of do both.
And Stinger, honestly, too. I've won some long runs. The one marathon I did train for and then didn't run. There was some 20, 22 mile runs. The mile 16, 18, I would take like half of a Stinger waffle and get that in my system.
But one thing I've really liked pretty recently, and like Chris said, I've never been one to intake a lot of stuff during my runs. I've never really been a fan of it. But I have to say that I really enjoyed the Huma gels. They're made from chia seeds. They're a little bit more natural, a little less intensive on the stomach. And essentially, really, when you eat them, I mean, there's obviously some non-fruit flavors, but the fruit ones taste like a fruit puree. Words are hard.
They can be.
But yeah, it's a very light, just nutritious thing that, a lot of this time when you're having a gel or something like that, it's the consistency and the texture. Man. Yeah. Some people don't mind it as much as others. I'm one of the camp that I do mind quite a bit. This one is not so bad. Still gonna have all the electrolytes. Some of them have caffeine in them if you want to kind of get that extra energy.
Yeah, Huma's our newest product, and I demoed one of the caffeine ones before an afternoon run the other day, and that was probably a mistake because I was pretty jazzed up the whole evening. I had a great run, but it got me going. So if you're looking for that extra boost before or during, try some caffeinated Huma.
And another one, obviously Goo, kind of the original of the gels.
No doubt.
Again, pretty similar as far as everything goes. This is going to just have a little bit of a different consistency, different flavor, obviously. This is going to have some caffeine in it. This one specifically, the salted watermelon. It's really one of those things that if you are training for a half, a full, and beyond, you want to try them out. So it's great to have these different nutrition options just so you can see what works for you.
Yeah, man. And so that salted watermelon is going to go along with another thing you can do. And this could be, again, so many of these during products are things that you can do 30 minutes, an hour before the run. If that's kind of your routine, you're used to having an early view, or some shoes. Some people don't like the texture or format of a gel at all. So they go for something like these chews. Your Cliff Blocks here. This is their margarita flavor. But this is something you just kind of chew up, a little gummy, right?
Yeah.
A little fun margarita there. But what's unique about this, also the salted watermelon from View. These are products in Florida, especially you want to be thinking about because they're chock full of sodium.
Yeah.
So weather's kind of turning right now, right? It's starting to get a little cooler, but it's crazy humid out still, man. I'm leaking sweat, like wringing my shirts out after my runs. And so sometimes you finish that run, and you just want to like pour salt down your throat, right? Just eat like every French fry or hash brown, like pickle juice. I know that's what Jake likes to go for. But if you try some of these products that have a little more sodium built in, you're replenishing that during the run. So you're not going to feel, kind of as depleted when you get to the end.
And if say, you got your nutrition and stuff like that, you don't, you just want a little bit of an energy boost. One of the ones that I've really, really enjoyed recently is the Run Gum. It is exactly what it says. It's gum that has caffeine in it, and it's a lot of caffeine. It
gets you going, man.
Yeah, there's 2 pieces in each package. Each of them are about 50 milligrams of caffeine. So 2 together is essentially like a very strong cup of coffee or, one of those energy drinks just without all that extra stuff in it. Nick Simmons, U.S. Olympian, 800-meter runner. This is his company. He's been doing great work in the community and for the community. And he makes a good product. So,
he does, indeed. If you've ever met Nick, he's got energy.
It's very true.
It must be for real. But no, I love that because I have what some people may call a caffeine dependency. In fact, dirty little secret. I have this next to me all morning. But on an empty stomach, if I drink coffee and then go for a run, sometimes it doesn't feel great. Yeah, I don't have the world's strongest stomach to begin with. Dumping some acidic stuff down there with no food isn't always the best. But some mornings I wake up, I don't necessarily feel like I need that honey stinger. I don't need to eat anything, but I want some extra energy.
Mm-hmm.
A little Run Gum goes a long way. It actually, you're absorbing that caffeine through your gums. I call it freebasing caffeine. Yep. That's how I pitch it to customers. You know?
And it's pretty quick too.
The crack of gum, essentially.
Yeah,
I would check it out.
Absolutely. But anyway, so you just had this great run. You've been nutritioned throughout the entire one, but now you're a little depleted because you're done, and you need something to kind of replenish that stuff.
You got to
recover.
You got to recover.
And that's really important. Normally people say there's about a 45-minute to hour window that you really want to intake those calories, those electrolytes, stuff like that to replenish the body. That's kind of where these next products come in.
Definitely, man.
Say you drove out somewhere really far to, get that run in because there's not a lot of trails around the Central Florida area.
Unfortunately, no.
From the time it takes you to drive back from your house or from the trail to your house, you got to have something to eat, and that's kind of where both of these products come into play. We'll hit on the Pro Bar first. It's kind of a meal replacement. So even if you kind of have to get to work really quick and you don't have time to, make yourself something,
right?
That's when this is going to come in handy. Obviously, you still want to try to get as much food in your stomach. You don't want to rely just on this to get you that stuff. But, the Pro Bars, have a lot of protein. They have a lot of carbohydrates, stuff like that to rebuild and replenish, which is nice. It's a great combo. You also have something if you want more local.
As local as it gets, man.
Like down the street
right
local.
Down on Glenwood, right there off Robinson Milk District. And our good buddy, Owen. On around McCall. Cookie dough, it's like eating a cookie. It's amazing. I'm obsessed with those bars.
Mm-hmm.
If, like you said, kind of with the honey stinger earlier, like you've got that evening run, you ate lunch maybe at noon. That's when it made sense in your work schedule. You don't run until 7. You need something in between. Awesome snack.
Yeah. And even afterwards, it's got protein, it's got calories, it's got carbohydrates, stuff that you need. Definitely something. And honestly, they just taste really good.
It does. And that's something you'll find, again, with a lot of these products. There's a lot of stuff that's specifically before, some specifically after, and some that really can float.
Yeah.
Meal replacement, probably not something you want to eat as like a pre-run snack. Raw macaw, where it's not as many calories, that's absolutely a good snack on the go when you're done running, but also something you can pop an hour.
And that's
before.
when it comes into all that, like we said, experimentation, and kind of to harp on the training for the half and the full and stuff like that. You don't want to just play around with the stuff during a race.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the most important point of all of this, right? Like, if you have questions about any of this, if you've never tried any of it, come in the store, grab one of a couple different products and use them on some easier runs and see how your body adjusts to them and how you feel. And then the ones that you're doing well with, that's what you want to stock up on. That's what you want to make sure you have with you on those long runs, on race day, etc.
And if you want a more scientific and targeted approach to that recovery, you can't really get much more scientific than Indorox.
Yeah.
It's got a 4-to-1 carb to protein ratio, which, you know, according to a lot of the medical studies and stuff like that, is that ideal, you know, ratio for your body to kind of rebuild itself, replenish and stuff like that. Obviously it has, you know, different flavors and things like that. It's like an energy shake essentially.
Recovery.
It's something that, you know, you can have in addition to a meal that you're eating and things like that, or you can just have it on deck in a bottle right after you finish your run. You start drinking it. It's great.
Sure, especially for high intensity stuff. If you're doing a speed workout, if you're at a 5 and dime, but that muscle recovery after the run.
So we are running a little late here on this video. So if we have any questions really quick that we want to kind of touch on, do we have anything that you see, Emily? Okay. All right. Well,
I see somebody asked me, why didn't I dress up? I'm the brawny paper towel guy. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
It's very subtle.
Absolutely.
But come to our Halloween sale on the 31st for a more elaborate costume from Chris.
There we go. You'll probably see me in this because it's the only costume that I own.
Perfect, though.
It's just easy.
It's you.
It's there, you know. All right, guys. Well,
thank you for joining us. As always, we'll hopefully see you Wednesday with Saucony, and we will definitely see you on the roads.
All right.